Hey my fellow diamond friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kalikaloo on the internet, and I also go by Kali, and I'm very happy that you found your way to today's video, which will be another whip and sip and chat. And I know it has been some time, and it's really hard for me to do like regular videos, but I'm back. So this week I did put up an unboxing video for you guys from one of our like newer diamond paintings. A little bit more about that in an instant, and today will be the Whip and Sip and Chat. So if you're new to the channel or to diamond painting in general, so Whip stands for work in progress. I'm working on one of our own canvases from our shop. Maybe if I zoom out a little bit. So this one is called Overflow by Julao. It's a legally licensed diamond painting from our small shop, Jolly Gem Shop. We have a lot of different paintings, and I did this one like to participate in an event from one of my friends, Diamond Paintings and Purrs, and also like Sparkling Diamonds, the other friend that's like helping with the event as well. So they are two who are actually hosting it. We are also like sponsoring a gift card. I don't know if it's already too late to enter, but it's Men Who Rock 2023, and maybe if it's a success, I think they will do it as well next year. So if you did not join in this year, you can still join in next year. So this is the painting. I wanted to try out working a little bit more with crystals. I just ordered some crystals and I just put them in some places. It was not really like a very long process of thinking. I just like put them on one symbol, and I just wanted to see the sparkle of the crystals, what it would be like if you had like larger patches of crystals, how the quality of these would look like. And that's something that we can actually see pretty well here, and I really love the crystals. I placed them in the hair. So Whip is me working on this project here. You can join me while working on anything you want to work on. If it's a diamond painting, if it's paint by numbers, or whatever it is you want to do, you can do that. Yeah, we have also the sipping part, which will be like me drinking some tea. But you can get something you enjoy as well, like tea, coffee, everything is fine. Just stay hydrated and stay healthy, really important. I'm going to do some sipping pauses, and I will try to remind you like to also take a sip of your beverage of choice. And then we have like the chatting part. So mainly while I'm working on this canvas, I will be talking and telling you some stories. So I'm going to work on this part here. I've worked on the face. I work from down up. So this is like this part, and then I will be on my last row. And I really hope that I will finish it before the end of the month. And I think I can do it actually. I can do it. I should be able to do it. It's just like a question of the time that I have to invest. I was like really busy with work lately, so that I was not able like to get so much of diamond painting done as I wish I had. But I hope this will change quickly again. So next week will also be a little bit more stressful, but afterwards it should actually be calmer again. So let's see, I chose like this color. What I'm actually doing, I started off with like the more reddish colors, and now I'm just like finishing these. I'm not sure how long the video will go. So like I told you, I have not really planned what I will be talking about. It's actually just me talking about whatever pops into my head. I can't really remember what I did talk about last time. I think the last Whip and Sip and Chat I did was like 3 weeks ago. And ever since, like I just... It's not that I really don't have like the time, but I really hate doing Whip and Sip and Chats, filming them when there's someone else in my place, like if my boyfriend is home, or if like I have like my mom over, or whoever it is here. I really don't like filming, and that's just because like I speak in another language. Like it's not my mother tongue, it's not like French where I feel at ease as well. It's really for me like another language I'm speaking, and I get pretty self-conscious about the fact that it's not my main language, and then I don't feel like great like talking it in front of other people. So usually when I'm like meeting someone for the first time and I have like to speak, for example, with parents from students that only speak English, like the very first minute will feel like pretty awkward for me, but afterwards it gets fine. Same goes with friends. Like if I meet new people, like starting a conversation will be like, oh, my English is pretty rusty, but after a while, well, it gets better. It's just like I'm not used to speak in English much. I don't feel like you can't understand me, but I still feel it's like not like the language I speak best. Maybe it's like I'm really perfectionist as well. So I guess you can understand me. I'm aware that I have some accent, but I can live with that. Last time, well, my grandpa is always like, don't be so self-conscious about these facts, because this does just mean that you speak more than one language. And that's actually true, because we have like, there are many countries, like if I think about French people, for example, they often speak like English, but really badly. And if I compare to them, like we here in Luxembourg, we speak so many languages. Like we speak Luxembourgish, we speak French fluently, we speak German fluently. Then like English we learn. So I think it's still, it's like not native language, but it's pretty high level of English we can speak or understand at least. Having done like a language section, I also can understand and speak Spanish. Italian is pretty close, so I don't speak Italian, but I can understand it. And yeah, so I think these are like, compared to other places, like we do speak actually a lot of languages, and so we should not feel bad just because like we are maybe having an accent. That was what my grandpa told me, and I felt like, yeah, that's right, but you know, it's difficult to change like your mentality. It's something you have to work on every day. So this is something I'm telling myself, yeah, okay, I have to work on that and accept like that maybe, yeah. Anyway, why am I telling you this? I don't know. I just like told you guys today will be just me talking about whatever pops in my head. And so I have been filming a while ago this video about The Secret from Rachel Quinlan, one of our like artists we have in the shop. And since we are releasing her picture this week, I just like put it out there for you to watch. It's a very beautiful painting of a unicorn, and it's really one of my favorite paintings we have in the shop. So I had to get it because I think her artwork is really, really beautiful and stunning. So maybe you like it as well. Like we have a lot of variety of diamond paintings, and we currently have like a Black Friday going on. Cyber Monday will be up as well. So stay tuned if we have like some images that you might like in our shop as well. So I'm not going to talk more about the shop because I told you guys I want my YouTube like to be like from time to time a little bit of a shop info, but I don't want it like to be just that. What else? I have planned to finish like this painting here for the end of the month. I started off like pretty well. I was like really good in time, but then life happened, work happened, and I actually did not have time to diamond paint a little bit more about what is going on in an instant. But this explains also that I'm like a little bit further, like not further, but like I'm a little bit slower. I really thought that I could finish this off pretty easily since there's a lot of color blocking in the background, but I did not. Do I regret it? Not really. But this explains like why I want to finish it still this month. And then next month I have planned some Christmas painting I want to start. It's actually one from Dreamer Designs, and I actually have two paintings that I want to do. Like I have one from Dreamer Designs. The one I can't remember how it's called. It's actually next to me. I could check it out, but I won't. So it's the last one, like one of the last ones, more recent ones that they released this year, with like the dogs that look up at Santa Claus, and he's flying by with his reindeers. So that's one that I really want to start this month for Christmas. I think I can finish this one. And then I would like to go back to the origins, because I will soon like celebrate my, what is it? Is it the second year? Yeah, it's the second year of, second or third even, like, let me think. I started during the pandemic. It's my first year, second year. Is it my second or my third year? I really can't remember. Time goes by quickly, then it goes by slower. I have to check. But it's actually a birthday from diamond painting. Let me check that right away. So I'm just going to be... Wait, this is intriguing me. Like, have I been diamond painting for 2 years or for 3 years? Like, I can't remember. I'm sorry, I can't remember. It feels like I've been diamond painting for not so long, but now, let me see. I just go back to my Instagram profile and I'll have a look at the first picture I posted. Oh, okay. So I started in December 2021. So it has been 2 years. Yeah, so I was right. I thought it has not been for so long. Yeah, but I achieved already. Like, I finished like so many paintings already. Like, I think one of the biggest one last year around this time, I was working on the astronomer, like the big painting from Diamond Art Club, and it was just like so gorgeous. Yeah, so this year I finished actually not as many paintings, and just because like I felt at the beginning of the year I was like having discovered so many other like fun crafts that are linked to diamond painting, if it's like polymer clay or if it's like what was it? It was polymer clay that I did cross stitching as well. So I was like doing a lot of stuff this year, not just focusing on diamond painting, even though this is still my, I think, favorite craft. It's the one that brings me most of the joy I have, and where I can also relax a lot. So yeah, I've been doing that. And what else have I been doing? So I've been doing so much, and I have finished like a few diamond paintings, but not as many as I did last year. But I think like next year will be a good year for diamond painting as well. Like, I have still so many diamond paintings from different companies. Like from our shop, I have a ton of them, just because I love all of our diamond paintings we have. Like, so many gorgeous paintings. Then I have a lot of Diamond Art Club paintings. I have still a few from Dreamer Designs, a few from DIY Moon Shop, so they are no longer there, but like they changed the owner. But I still have some older canvases from them. And I think I have some Aura Lowers as well. And there are definitely a few that I would like to work on. Yeah, there are canvases in there that I really want to work on. We will see how this will go. Maybe I will get faster like next year. So if I really want to do like a more scheduled thing for next year, like schedule things. Also, I told you guys that I want to do like some artist interviews. They will be coming. I just have to do the planning. And my artist, the one that I wanted to do the first one with, is also like at the moment very busy. So we will see when we will do it. But it's definitely something that's on the list, something that I really want to do. Oh, I love how these colors come together. Like, I love working on flowers. I really would like to also work on the mermaid from Saint Anne Mermaid, where she's sleeping like with the cat and all the flowers. I really would love to do that soon because it's so colorful. I also want to work on the foxes. Oh, but yeah, what I wanted to say is I'm drifting off. I'm really sorry. I was telling you that I have like 2 diamond paintings that I want to do like for Christmas next month. So I told you the one from Dreamer Designs, and the other one is actually one from the shop Action, because this is like the very first painting that I did. Like I started diamond painting by getting a painting from Action, like a very fun shop where they sell a lot of everything and also a lot of craft stuff. We have that here in Europe, and yeah, it was actually that got me into diamond painting. And to honor that, I really want to celebrate my birthday, like not really my real physical birthday, but the birthday of me starting diamond painting, by doing another Christmas painting from them. And I still have a few left in my stock, a few from last year, but I think I will do the one that I got from this year. Like I showed it on my Instagram as well. It's the one with the little dog. So I really want to, it's a dog and a kitten actually. So I would love to do that one because it's super cute and it's like not as big. Well, the paintings are not as big, so you can move through them pretty quickly. And I can count this still as a finish for this year, and it still reminds me how everything started. Thanks to like this craft, I also met a lot of different people. Also, ever since I started like the small shop, since we started it, I'm really happy because like there are so many people, so many nice people here that I did not know before. And I think they are so nice. Like there are people who really just like mainly work on mermaids. There are other people who really mainly work on Sailor Moon. It's really fun to see what people are working on in the community, and the exchange is so nice. What I really would love to do is to get more of this exchange between the diamond painters, and I feel like what my friends are doing with their events of like, for example, Men Who Rock, this is a possibility. That's really something, like a way to get to meet new people who share the same craft, and I think this is really something interesting and something I would love to do more in next year. So like get to know more people from the community maybe, and even like find someone. I know it's really difficult because like there are a few diamond painters around here, and I would really see like to find more people from my country that are actually doing diamond painting. That's something that I really want to do next year. Meeting them and maybe like get a meetup or something like once a month or 2 times a month just for diamond painting, and like to show off how we kind of progress and take that me time that we actually deserve. Even once a week would be so nice. But just imagine like people taking like their really big diamond paintings with them and working on them together in like one big room. That would be so much fun. Let's see, maybe I can bring something like this in the community. Like in my home country, it's really small, and so our little towns are not as big either, but they are really open for us like doing such creative stuff. So maybe it's possibility to do something like this, or an event like for people from Europe where everyone could come together. That's really something that I really enjoy. So we will see, maybe I can do something. I would love to do something physical actually. We are talking a lot with a lot of people through the screens every day. And I feel like for us diamond painters, it's not always easy to meet each other because we live in like different places. And it's like a craft that has grown throughout the last years, and especially throughout the pandemic. But I feel like we can't meet each other like very easily because we are coming from very different places. And I think it would be lovely to have like these meetups. So this is something that I would love to do actually. I have no clue about how or about which form it would take in the end, but it's definitely something that I would like give like more thought next year. So it's not on the immediate side, but it's definitely something that I really want to give more thought in the future too. So yeah, that's something I wanted to say. What else did I want to tell you about? So what I wanted to say is I was like pretty busy, and not just busy, but I told you that I also have like, I did not want to film when my boyfriend was here. And since he's doing like a lot of homeworking and home office on my day off, this is actually the day that I usually use to film. It was pretty difficult for me to get like that time to film when he was not there. And this is pretty childish, I know. So I should have filmed with him there. I should not feel embarrassed and so on. But it is the way it is. And so I was like kind of last year when I was working, I had like a way better time schedule in the sense that I finished earlier, like a lot earlier usually. I had like one day where I finished at 10, another day I finished at, what was it, like at 12, and the other days like I worked until 2. And this year it's kind of a lot more complicated. I think he forgot me, or he just like, because the guy that's staying for the timetable who did them is one of the older like directorship we had at school. I told you that they left, forced to leave. I don't know. I can't say. I don't want to assume anything. But like he stayed behind. And I don't know if he just like, I don't know why, but I got a bad like timetable. I have no clue why. And like I finish like much later than I did before. And I have like, especially from Monday to Tuesday, it's really difficult. Like I get home and I'm done. Like I feel like I'm really, really drained. And I have often read that like having a job like, for example, teachers, or jobs where you are not like as physical active, you just walk around, you instruct kids what you have to do. It's not like a very physical job in the sense that, yeah, sure, you're standing there and you're doing stuff, but it's not like you are actually running, or I don't know. Oh, by the way, let me know, is this just the case in my country, or actually do physical teachers like sports and gymnastics, do they just like instruct kids but they never like do the sport themselves? Like here it's very funny because we had always had teachers that told us what we had to do, like go run around the block, or you have to play football, or you have to do ice hockey, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to swim. But they actually never, not even once, did that. Like they just stood at the border and watched us do the sports, and that's all they did all day long. So they actually were never active physically. And I wonder if that's just okay here, or if this is like the case all around the world. I don't know. I don't want to say that they are like not doing it correctly, but they just showed us what it was like for 1 minute, and then it was like, you do it, and you just like do it for a whole hour, and I'll be here standing and watching you. So I don't know if that's the case like everywhere, or if this is just school here and how it works here. But what I wanted to say is that if you're a teacher, like what people often do not know is that you get like drained mentally. So at the end of the day, you have taken like 15,000 decisions, and that is really draining. That is why when you come home, you often feel like you have no energy left to do anything. And people who do not like work in that kind of field, or have friends or family who work in that, they can't understand that. And even my family, sometimes they do not understand. Like on Tuesday, since it's getting really, really cold, I asked my grandpa to come by because I have like a water supply outside. So that comes from the house and goes outside, so that for the garden I can take the water in summer to fill the water can, or like to get the water for the plants and so on. And so I asked my grandpa, since it's getting pretty cold now, it's getting below minus degrees, so we risk to get snow soon. I asked him to come by and to like close that off, because he every year like he closes that off for me, even though I know how it works. So he helps me with it, and he puts like all of the things around it so that it's secure and that it won't get like frosty in there. So he just like does that. And he was coming by, and I remembered me telling him, yeah, please come by on Tuesday, because on Tuesday it's fine, it's not yet too cold, we can do that easily. And I will be off work like a little bit earlier than on Monday, because Monday I really finish super late. And he was like, okay, we will do that. And on Tuesday, when I came back from work, I actually have completely forgotten about what we said. And so I was taking a nap on my sofa in like the kitchen. And then suddenly it goes tock, tock, tock. Someone is knocking on the door, and it's Grandpa. And I was sleeping, and this just kind of woke me up. My boyfriend was already opening the door, and he was like, yeah, it's your Grandpa. And I was like, what? Grandpa? Why is Grandpa here? Like, it was like 4 in the afternoon. And he was like, we said we would do that. And I was like, oh yeah, I remember we said we would do that. You're right. And he was like, do you want to do it? You look so tired. And the fun thing is, actually I had like this really warm winter hat like on my head, and I was sleeping with that and with like a very big woolen stuff around me. So I was really all snuggled there on the sofa, and he came like, do you really want to do it? You look so tired. And I was like, yeah, let's do it, otherwise we won't do it. And so we finally did that. Let me get a sip. Please get a sip as well and stay hydrated. That's my tea machine telling me that it's fine to drink, that the water is not too hot. I'm used to drink it hot either way. So I really did not put a lot of these like granulars of tea inside. So the water, it tastes more like water than actually anything like abricot. What is it that I want to do? Oh, okay, yeah. So I see. What else? So work has been a lot better ever since we changed the leadership of the school. So the director board changed. I told you that a little earlier. And with it came like a huge amount of changes. So they actually helped us out quite a lot, and they were listening to what we are saying. And they are actually trying to get these things done. And even though it's taken some time, I feel like everyone feels already better, and people are way more motivated to come back to work, because last year it was really bad. At the end of the year, I told you like nobody wanted to go to work. They were like treating us like really badly, and now it's like the opposite. Like everyone is really happy to be back, and everyone is so motivated to work. And this is really nice to see after what we had last year. So the changes that someone, or like the change of leadership, can bring is really amazing. Like this can like change everything. I thought really like the school was about to drown in some kind of way. But now it feels like everything is blooming again. And not just like that, but I feel like the kids do slowly understand as well that it's like changing. And we have had like a few kids that had to leave school and to change school, because like last year they were able to do like everything they wanted, and this year this is no longer possible, so they had to leave school and find another school. And so slowly the other ones that are staying behind, they understand that they just can't do whatever they want and still think that they might stay. I don't know, it's like crazy how much this changed within like such a short time. Oh, this is the color, this is the background color we are going to use like a lot. So let's start this, and I think once I finish this, I might also finish like the video. We will see. Because I have not planned anything, like I told you guys. So we will see how this goes. So yeah, what I wanted to say is that a lot of things have changed in school. I also got like my parking lot now, which is really helpful, because I earlier lost like at least 1 hour going to work, and another hour driving back home with the bus and everything, because everything is so badly related actually. So it's not like we do not have public transportation, but they are not very well linked, so you have to wait a long time for everything and you lose so much time. And now with the parking space, I can drive there. It's a half an hour drive on the bad days, a 20-minute drive on the good days, and it really gives me this quality time back that I have been missing for so long. So everything becomes way more positive at the moment, which is really nice. I also got like more time to read, and also I felt like I really wanted to read a little bit more, which also explains that I did not move on as quickly through my diamond paintings though. But it's like, I do not regret that either. What I wanted to say as well is that going back to work after a summer holiday, we were like kind of confused. We did not know how it would like go, but in the end, like everything changed for the better, and that's something great. And that's why I always think that even if you work someplace, and this is not just the case at school, but someplace where the leadership is not as good, I think this is like a really big part of your job, and this can have such an important impact on how you feel and how you see your job. That changes like everything. Like there were a lot of colleagues at the time that felt really bad and that were like doubting even if that was what they wanted to do, and they are doing really great now. And so I think it's not necessarily that you are not good enough for that job, but I feel like that the circumstances around it might impact also your vision you have on your job. So maybe it's not really that you are not made for it, but maybe it's just like the leadership sometimes that does not work out. This is not the case for every job, of course, but in this case, it really is what happened. So that's really important as well. And I also just wanted to give that as a message for those who maybe have like a time where they feel where they feel down because of their job, like, or linked to their job. Just to tell you that things might change and to don't give up, like. So I have also been like getting a lot of quality time with my boyfriend, and we have been watching a few movies after like not going to the movie theater for quite some time because there were no movies out there that were like interesting for us. So we went twice in the last 2 weeks. So we watched the first time the new Japanese animation movie from Hayao Miyazaki. He's the one who's working for Ghibli Studios. I don't know if you know it, but like he won an Oscar, like, or multiple Oscars for his film Chihiro, and it's really one of the big animation studios that I have been like watching as a kid. And so we wanted to go see that movie. And even though the drawings and the painting, and it was really, really beautiful, but it was so difficult, like, honestly, to understand the story of that movie. And if you do not like get a review, or like you don't read anything beforehand, it's really difficult to understand what the movie actually means. So you can interpret, of course, like some stuff. You see that there are like links to his older movies, if you know them, but it's definitely not a movie for children. They won't understand anything. So it was a little bit disappointing though, because I thought that there would be like more of a story, a real story behind it. That was not the case though. So yeah, it was okay. Afterwards, we went to see Hunger Games because I felt like, let's go see that then. And this was one, I was like feeling it was a bit long. My boyfriend thought the same. So it was a bit long. Could have been a little bit shorter, especially the last part. I loved how they did like portray Snow and how he got to the point that he was in the original Hunger Games movies that we've seen with Katniss. So you get why he is the way he is, and I love to see how his character was built. What I did not like is like how the movie ended, like how it was like so long, the last part. It could have been a little bit shorter, I feel like. Also, I think that the ending was, though the real end of it was really nice because it's open for interpretation. At least that's what I feel like. And so I was like, I was not sure if I wanted to go watch it because of the whole incident with like the actress who's also playing what is Snow White, and I was like, should I really go watch her and should I watch the movie, because I really can't stand her as a person, but I really wanted to see the movie, so I decided, okay, let's go either way. And I did not regret going see it. It was fun. It was a little bit long. I think it's nearly 3 hours long, so it's really a long movie. But if you love Hunger Games and if you like that kind of blockbuster movie, just go and take a look at it if you want to. If you don't care that she's in there, I mean. Yeah, so this is what we went to see. I think there's still a Marvel movie that I would like to go see. There's also like this Disney movie that's coming out that's called Wish. I think I would like to see that one as well, if possible, still this year. I don't know if there are other like movies coming up this year that I want to see. I really don't know. Let me get another sip. I should really have put more like of this granola in there. I think everything is down at the bottom. So I should stir it up a little bit more maybe next time. What else can I tell you? Oh, I've been also like, I told you I've been reading a lot. So what I've been reading is, I have been reading like a few different books, but there's still this saga, like this big, like there are multiple tomes of this series. It's called Blackwater, so I've been reading that a little bit more. And I have been reading a lot, listening more to audiobooks while I've been diamond painting or while I've been driving to work. So I have, if you know like fantasy, you may know, is she called Leigh Bardugo? I think she's called Leigh Bardugo. I'm sorry if I mispronounce it. She's the one that wrote the Grisha trilogy. And I really enjoyed that one. Not just like, I read the books actually before I watched the series on Netflix. And I really enjoyed that world they are living in. I had never read the part that came out afterwards where she is like focusing more on the prince, and more on Zoya and Nina. And so I've been actually listening to that one because that was on the sales from Amazon. So I don't know if you know, but you can actually get a lot of very nice books and even like more recent releases for not expensive at all on Amazon. If you just have a look at their monthly deals, and you can like use your, if you have an iPad or an iPhone, you can like make that read to you. So that's what I do. So I use it to make it read a book to me. And so I listen and I work through that. And I was really wanting to have like the second book as well. I finished this one so quickly. And I wanted to read like the second book of that series as well. But I'm waiting for it to come back to like the deals. Because actually I have a lot of books at the moment. On my Kindle that I still need to read, also like more recent releases. So I'm looking forward to that, to get a little bit of a change from that. I'm also currently reading, so I finished this. I think I will finish this. I think there are like 10 pages left or something like that. It's a mystery book about, it's really fun actually. It's called, what is it called? Shady Hollow, it's called, by Black. Black is like, they are actually two writers and they are collaborating together for the writing of this book series. And it takes place in a town, a very small town called Shady Hollow. And you have all of these animals that live there together. You have a moose, you have like the fox who's a journalist, the moose has his own inn, or tavern rather. Then you have, what else do you have? You have like the bear who is actually the cop of the city. You have the sheep who is more of like a harlot. You have an owl who is like a professor, like really intelligent and so on. And then there's like this murder that happens in that city. And suddenly everyone gets interested. How did that happen? Who did it? And so on. And so we have the fox, who's Vera Vixen. And she's trying to prove who's guilty. Like, she's trying to find out who it is. Police is thinking that it's the raccoon because the raccoon is more of a thief in that town. He's pretty well known for being like stealing stuff and so on. And it's playing a little bit more with stereotypes of like animals. Like, they're like, fox is intelligent and so on. So they are playing with that. But it goes really deeper, and it's also like depicting society quite a lot. And throughout that, there's like a second murder that's happening, and so I really wanted to know who it was, and I loved listening to that, just because we have all these people, like animals, that are involved, and to try to find out who it is. It's like really a cozy winter read. They currently have it in promotion, so you got it, like I got it on Amazon for like not even $1. And you also have like 2 short stories that are also available for like, I think it was 80 what is it, centimes. Like, it's really not even it's not even $1. So go check out like these deals if you love like listening to audiobooks. You also have like currently a really great deal from Audible I have seen. And I was like wondering if I should get back Audible. I like canceled my subscription a while ago just because I used like this method to get my books done, like reading. But I think I still like keep it canceled because it's way easier to get my books read this way instead of having like also Audible and then reading it twice. I don't know. So I think at the moment I do not need Audible. That was like the conclusion that I got to. But there are a lot of like nice Black Friday deals that are out at the moment. So I don't know, let me know in the comments down below. Are you someone who is really loving like these Black Friday deals? I was always looking forward to seeing the new releases from Diamond.Kalikaloo. I think this is something that everyone is so interested in. Like, what are the new releases? So we know by now that there are 100 releases that they do. And when you see this video, when it's up on my YouTube, you will also have had the chance to buy actually all you wanted. And I hope everyone and each and every one of you got like their paintings that they wanted. There are like, I think currently 3 on the list that I would love to get. Maybe there will be a 4th depending on like the code they will give us. Like, I'm really looking forward to it. I still have a lot of points left as well, so I should see for like the future to maybe use these up as well. But I have already so many diamond paintings. I feel like I've been on a no-buy this year, but then I did like do some exceptions from the bigger shops, and I mainly got like paintings from our shop. So we will see about that. I really hope though, I really hope that there are still a few more Diamond.Kalikaloo paintings that come out that I really love, so that I can add those like to my collection of diamond paintings. like there's really a difference between, like they always say that there's difference between, like especially people who love reading will notice, between reading a book and like collecting books. So these are like two passions that are very different and distinct from each other. And I think for diamond painting it's the same, since we are moving so slowly through the whole diamond painting process. So I think there are a lot of people who actually enjoy just like collecting them, and then like doing them, that's not a pleasure. So these are actually two hobbies that we have. We have like the collection hobby, and we have like the diamond painting hobby. Yeah. So let me see what else I can say. Is there something? Oh, today like I had like this really weird stuff happening to me. So I have one class. I received another class that's new. Like I did not have that from the beginning, but like they added it to my timetable, because like the student just like came in and he just started, and he had to have like a teacher, and they asked me if I could do it, and I was like, yeah, sure. I'm not going to die if I have 1 more hour. So I wanted to help out. So I got the student, and he just started last week. So I have been seeing him this one today for the second time. And it's actually really funny, because it's a class with only one student in it. It's from a professional class. So he's going to learn to become... not really butcher, but like, you know, he has, that's what he's going to learn, to cut meat, stuff like that. And so he's like even older than I am. He has been working for 15 years as a cook and in pastry, and now he wants to have like a more not really easier job, but like he wants to have a more regular job, because, you know, if you have someone who works in the restoration, they have like really bad hours. They have like these shifts, and they have to work on holidays. And if you have a family, it's really difficult like to get time for family. His wife as well works in that kind of business. So, but they have a child now, so he can't, or he does not want any longer to do that. And I thought it's really interesting to talk with him, because like you get like points of view that you usually do not get. And since he's a little bit older, like he can actually understand, like it's different than if you have like a student that's younger, because they sometimes, when they start like working, they have no clue. They do it because they have to do it. And since he has experience, he has a lot to share as well. And we were like having class, and suddenly there goes the knock on the door. He was like writing a text about like reading a text and answering some questions. And it goes knock, and there's a kid outside. And I was like, yeah, did you get like the wrong class? And he was like, no. And I was like, yeah, okay, but what are you doing here? We have class. And he says, yeah, but I have class paper here. And I was like, what? But we have class here. So I take my class, but like we have this virtual like online timetable where we can see different things like rooms and so on. So I have a look at the room, and I see that, first of all, I see we are in the right class, and then I see suddenly that there's like another one that was like having reserved this class. And then there's already the teacher that's arriving, and she's like an elderly lady, and she comes by and she's like, I say, yeah, I see the kid told me you had like a class paper here, but this is like my regular classroom. So I'm having class now, and there's also someone else in here afterwards. And she goes like, yeah, but that ain't possible. I reserved like 2 months ago. No, not really 2 months, but a few weeks ago. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. I do not do the class. It's not me who decides on who is in which room. So I don't know. I did not know. And she is like super mad. And she goes like, okay, yeah. And I told her, yeah, but if there's a problem, you can still call like the secretary, because he always is really helpful with that, and he can help you find another room. And he has like, and she's going like, no, I'm not going to call him now. Like, she wants to do it by her own, and she's like really upset because we were in there. But you know, I just like went to the class that was indicated there on my timetable, so I did not go check, and I did not see that there was another room. So she disappears, and later on there's another knock on the door, and it's her. And she's like, yeah, but you could have at least told me that there was like, that you were in the class. And I was like, yeah, but I did not even know that there was like someone else there. And she was like really bitchy. I'm really sorry to say it, but she's always like this old lady who's wearing Chanel and talking about Chanel and stuff. And you know, she feels like really classy and really superior, and I don't know what. And I really did not appreciate the way she was like talking to me and attacking me straight away. And I told her, I showed her my timetable, and I told her I did not know you were there, otherwise I would have told you. So she was like really upset, and I can understand like that it's like stressful if you have planned the class paper and it's a limited time, the kids have only that time to write, and then there's like something that's happening. But that's not necessarily the other person's fault. Like, if she did not stay calm, actually, instead of like finding a resolution. I asked her I could help her find a room, and she was like no, and like really, I did not appreciate the way she handled the situation, especially since there was like nothing really bad about it. It was just like finding a room, and no, for her that was like super disastrous, and it was completely my fault. And she said she had like saved that room for her class paper a while ago, and I could not know, so she did not even want to hear about it. Which is quite a shame, because it does not mean because you're old and you have been working for so long that everything is like, I don't know. I just like felt it was like not the correct way to do stuff. But that's just my opinion about that. So I finished with my part here. I thought the story was really funny. And this is it. So this is it for me. And I hope you stay healthy. I hope you stay hydrated. And I hope you can tell me in the comments down below what you got for Black Friday. Even if it's not really linked to diamond painting, I'm always interested. So stay healthy, stay hydrated, my friends. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!